Hey guys, Matt here for Gun Photography Services, and I got another installation review coming at you for the Adventure Portal. And this time we're going to be installing on this 2013 Toyota Tacoma a massive Pelfreybilt IFS skid plate. Now this is made out of aluminum, and it is a massive 1/4 inch thick slab of metal here, and it should do a really good job of protecting the underside of this Tacoma when I'm off-roading. Now I don't do a whole lot of rock crawling, and this one is not really designed for rock crawling. They make a steel version, but this one's about 25% lighter. Actually it's 50% lighter, what comes in at 25 pounds. And it's good for mild off-roading, you know, sliding over bumps, things like that. But what it does do a really good job of is protecting the oil pan and the front differential right here, as well as giving you a good, nice, slick surface to slide over obstacles if you need to. It's not designed, again, for hardcore rock crawling. It could dent, but that's not really what it's for. This is my daily driver, so I didn't want to put a steel one on there at almost 50 plus pounds. I did kind of want to come in a little bit lighter. Now the skid retails for about $320, and that's bare. I want to put this one on bare, not going to paint it. But before we get started, we're going to take off this old stamped steel one here and get that out of the way. We're going to reuse our bolts and get this Pelfreybilt IFS aluminum skid plate installed. So let's go ahead and get started. Now we'll be reusing our bolts from the old skid plate, so I'm going to go ahead and take those off. The fronts are a 12 millimeter. Let's go ahead and get that done. And now we'll get the rears off with the 12 as well. Now you can see I'm running a US off-road winch bumper here. Made it a little difficult to get off over this tab, just had to work it a little bit. Our next step is to remove these two braces here. Now we're not going to be reusing them because the skid plate is now going to be the structural integrity on the front end, and we won't need these channels anymore. We're using a 17 millimeter bit, and we're going to remove them and reuse the bolts. All right, with our old skid plate and the bumper brackets out, I've got the new Pelfreybilt skid plate in place. I've got it lined up and being held in its place with a jack, and now all I need to do is loosely bolt it in, get it situated, and then tighten it down, and we're done. Stand by, here we go. All right, the Pelfreybilt skid plate is in place. Just need to tighten down the bolts and we're good to go. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is that in the back of the skid plate, we reuse these 8 millimeter bolts that were originally used on the old skid plate. And then the rest of it, the 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, get held in place with these 12 millimeters from the bumper support. So we got 2 8 millimeter bolts in the back and 4 12 millimeter bolts holding this thing in. It's not going anywhere.